Okay. So yesterday we done first question and third question. Let us see the fifth question. Okay. They gave g of x is equal to integral 1 to x 2 into t minus 1 into t minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into t minus 1 whole square into t minus 2 whole square dt. Anytime if board is not clear, video that is voice is not clear, please let me know. Okay. Now g dash x we already know how to differentiate the definite integral. Simply in the place of t will put x into derivative of x is 1 and constant will write 0 on. So 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into x minus 1 whole square into x minus 2 whole square into 1. I can take x minus 1 common, x minus 2 whole square common. I'll be left with 2 into x minus 2 plus 3 into x minus 1. So we'll get x minus 1 into x minus 2 whole square. This is 2x plus 3 is 5x minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. Okay. Now they are asking about local maxima, local minima. For finding local maxima, local minima, we have two things, right? First derivative test and second derivative test. The second derivative test tells wherever first derivative is 0, okay, there you find second derivative. If second derivative is positive, local minimum. If second derivative is negative, local maximum. And if second derivative is 0, but you keep on finding higher order derivatives till you get a non-zero number that is even or odd, we have to see. But first derivative test is much better than all that. Wherever derivative sign changes from plus to minus, that point is local. If first derivative changes from plus to minus, local maximum. Positive means increasing, negative means decreasing. Changes from minus to plus means decreasing and increasing. So it is local minimum. Very easy to remember that. So now for this, I want to draw number line. But 2, even though at 2 derivative is 0, it doesn't participate in the change of sign. Because it is before 2, after 2, always positive. So 2 I'll write later. Let me write these two first. 1 and 7 by 5. Anything more than 7 by 5, the whole thing is positive here, negative here, positive here. So positive, negative, and here positive. In between 2 is there, but before and after everywhere it is positive. Okay. At 1 derivative is 0 and derivative changing from plus to minus the local maximum. At 7 by 5 derivative is 0 and derivative sign is changing from minus to plus the local minimum. And at 2 derivative is 0, but before also positive, after also positive. That means the function is increasing, flat, and again increasing. Even though at this point derivative is 0, okay, the derivative sign is not changing because it is increasing here, increasing here. This is not local maxima, local minima. There is a name for this point. What is it? This is neither maxima nor minima, but first derivative is 0. Somebody is saying turning point. Okay. Anything else? I don't know what the turning point definition. Wherever derivative sign changes is called turning point, maybe. I don't know about it. I don't remember exactly. There is also critical point and all that. This is called point of inflection. What is point of inflection? Is a point where curvature changes from convex to concave or concave to convex. You can say till now it is convex up. Okay. And after this it is convex down. So the curvature changes from convex to concave. Convex up to convex down. That is point of inflection. Anyway, that is secondary. Okay. But 2 is neither maximum nor minimum. Okay. 1 is local maximum, 7 by 5 is local minimum. That's it. So here we have local maximum because from plus to minus. Here minus to plus, so this is local minimum. This is neither maximum nor minimum. Maybe if they close these windows, you may get more clarity in the video. The top ones, not windows, ventilators or something. Is there a name for that? But air doesn't come, only light comes. Ventilator only? Okay, I don't know whether this black gets erased or not. Let us see. Generally, black sticks more than other. Okay, you can try the next question. Is the answer right for fifth one, by the way? Okay, right. Okay, you can try seventh question in the meantime. Seventh question is very easy. You can easily do it. Take time to erase this. Okay. Please try next question. This is take times to erase. Maybe blue will erase more easily. I don't know. Okay, somebody said sanitizer also works to erase this. I'm just experiment. At my home, I clean with toothpaste. It comes nicely, but I don't know. I did not bring it today. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use black. Okay. Okay, seventh question. Basically, when x is positive, we'll get one way of doing it. When x is negative, another way of doing it. Okay. Let x less than 0. When I take x less than 0, it will be simply integral -1 to x mod t dt. Because this also negative, this also negative. So your t is negative. When t is negative, mod t has to be written as minus t. So -1 to x minus t dt. For example, if I want -1 to -5 or -1 to -0.2, during this interval, t is negative. So mod t is minus t. So this minus t integral is minus t square by 2 with limits minus 1 to x. When I put it, it is minus x square by 2. When I put it this one, minus of minus 1 by 2. So which is 1 minus x square by 2. Whereas if I want the minus 1 to 5 mod t dt, how should I find this integral? Forget about all this.
Minus 1 to 0 minus t dt plus 0 to 5 t dt.
Yes. But to break the integral at 0, because minus 1 to 0 and 0 to 5. Between 0 to 5, it is positive, so I have to write t is positive, so mod t is plus t. Whereas between minus 1 to 0, t is negative, so mod t I have to write minus t. So let x is greater than or equal to 0. Then integral 0, you can include here or here, it's not going to make any difference anyway. Minus 1 to x mod t dt is a minus 1 to 0 mod t dt plus 0 to x mod t dt. This is integral minus 1 to 0 minus t dt, integral 0 to x t dt. That's it. This is minus t square by 2 with minus 1 to 0, t square by 2 with 0 to x. So this is 0 minus minus of, sorry, sometimes I'm going outside the range. Yeah. And this one is x square by 2. So we are getting 1 plus x square by 2. Okay. Of course, I would have done this even without all this from the graph. The graph of mod t is like this. I want area between minus 1 and x. Then this is also 1 unit, this is x unit, this is x, this is 1. This area is 1 by 2 because half into base into height. This area is x by x square by 2 because base is x and height is x. This is a triangle with half into x area. This is a triangle with half into 1 into 1. I would have got same thing, right? Okay, so we got two cases, x less than 0, what is the answer? And x greater than or equal to 0, what is the answer? And equal to 0, you can put it here or here depending on the option. So what is it here? Option B, huh? Okay. That's it. Okay, next we'll try more than one answer odd numbers. If anybody any doubt here, you can ask. Otherwise, you can try the next odd number question more than one answer. Okay. Okay, I'm going to erase. Does anybody need more time? You need, okay. Okay, so please try the next question.
so tight. Then yesterday, we came.
ఒకరోజు చూద్దామని. Okay, first question. They just want f of x, and here also, what are the options? Between -2 to 2, what is the answer? After 2, what is the answer? And less than -2, what is the answer? That is because when you open up the mod, what will come? We have to know that, right? Okay. So t square minus 4, when it is positive, when it is negative, it is t minus 2 into t plus 2. So it is -2 here, 2 here, positive, negative, positive. So this sign is changing here and here, so we have to break the integral also there accordingly. Okay. So I need to take 3 cases. So case 1, x less than -2, -3, -4, and things like that. Then integral 0 to x mod t square minus 4 dt. So if you take x -2, that is, you are taking from 0 to -2, -3, so on. Okay. Take an example first. If I take 0 to, let's say x is -5, mod t square minus 4 dt. Anybody want to give an idea where I should break the integral for this, or not required?
At -2, you have to break the integral.
At -2, we have to break because 0 is here, -5 is here. In between, at -2, the sign is changing, na? Okay, so I have to break at -2. 0 to -2, -2 to -5. So any other negative number you take also same. -3, -4, -5, anything you take, you have to break at -2. Okay, so this is integral 0 to -2 mod t square minus 4 dt plus integral -2 to x mod t square minus 4 dt. Normally we do integration from left to right, but here we are doing from 0 to backward x, but doesn't matter. Between 0 to -2, here we can see it is negative, this is negative. Or you can take an example, you take -1, it is negative. So when I remove mod, I will get negative of this, which is 4 minus t square. So 0 to -2, 4 minus t square dt. Whereas after, not after, -2 to x, x is on this side. Please understand our x is negative like this. 0 is here, -2 is here, our x is here. So 0 to -2 are here, where it is negative, that's why we reverse this. Whereas -2 to x is positive, and when it is positive, it becomes as it is. So integral -2 to x t square minus 4 dt. After that, integration is simple, whatever comes. Okay, some of them is not as such fundamental theorem, just breaking the integral only. Okay, when we say fundamental theorem, we refer to differentiating a definite integral basically. Okay, the integral of this is 4t minus t cube by 3, 0 to -2. This integral is t cube by 3 minus 4t from -2 to x. When I put 0, everything is 0, and when I put -2, it is -8 here. It is -8, so +8 by 3 here. Here, when I put 0, it is 0. When I put x here, it is x cubed by 3 minus 4x minus, when I put minus, -8 by 3 plus 8. This and this are same, they'll get added up, not cancelled, because +8 by 3 plus 8 by 3 -8 -8. Okay, so I'll get x cubed by 3 minus 4x. This part is -24 plus 8, -16 by 3 double, -32 by 3. Any such thing is there? X cube minus 12x minus 32 by 3. Option C. X cube minus 12x minus 32 by 3. I think if I take minus 2 to 2, I'll not get so many cases. If I take after 2 again, I'll get cases like this. Okay, next I will do after 2. Later on, I'll do between minus 2 to 2 because it will be easier for me to write some steps at least. Okay, any doubt here? Sorry. Okay, I'm going to erase. And I'm going to take case 3. Case 2 I'll do a little later. X greater than 2. When x is more than 2, imagine I want to do like 0 to 5 mod t square minus 4 dt. When I go from 0 to 5, at 2 there is a sign change, so I have to break there. Okay. So this is same. Only thing is that now x is here and 2 is here. Between 0 to 2 it is negative and here it is positive. So I have to write 0 to 2 and 2 to x. And between 0 to 2 it is negative. So this is same. And between 2 to x it is positive. So this is also same. Okay. And of course here if I put this will come plus 8 here, minus 8 by 3 here. When I put x same, but when I put 2, this is plus 8 by 3, minus 8. You can see there's not much of change except for this plus here, this plus. Okay, this is the reason I'm doing case 3 because for me it is easier to write. You may have to write the whole thing. I have to just put minus or plus. Okay, so we are taking from 0 to x in between at 2 sign change. So 0 to 2, 2 to x. Between 0 to 2, this is negative. When you remove the mod, we'll get reverse of this. Between 2 to x, this is positive. So when you remove mod as it is, just a regular integral. You can say greater than 2 or greater than or equal to 2, whichever you want. Equal to is not a big deal in any case. Which is option B. So we have same 9 students who came yesterday, right? To physical. Okay. Yesterday 10 people are there. No. Who came today only? Okay. Replace. So yesterday 9, today 9, 8 same and 1 different. Tomorrow no physical class, right? Again Tuesday. Okay, so the between case minus 2 to 2 you can try. Okay, I'm going to erase. Anybody needs time? Completed? Okay. Could just write one more case. Today a lot of time wasted by just arranging the board, I guess. Okay, doesn't look so nice. We'll manage. So case 2 now, when you take minus 2 less than x less than 2, for example, let's say somebody wants 0 to 1 or 0 to 1.5 or minus, sorry, 0 to minus 1.2. Whether you go from 0 to this side or this side, we already know between minus 2 to 2, it is a negative anywhere. So negative here also, here also, here. You don't have to break the integral also, because all along it is negative one. Okay. So integral 0 to x mod t square minus 4 dt, this is negative. So 0 to x 4 minus t square dt. You can put equality if you did not put equality in the previous cases. This integral is 4t minus t cube by 3 with 0 to x. So 4x minus x cube by 3. And but all to take x by 3 common, you'll get 12 minus x square. You can try the third question. Many of them are very simple and were done in mains, this type of question. Most of them are 0 by 0. You can use L'Hospital rule, third question. And 0 by 0 means L'Hospital rule when use derivative of numerator by derivative of denominator. While differentiating, we have to use this fundamental theorem. Please try third question on your own. Okay. Option A is fairly simple. First of all, understand 0 by 0 forms. If you use L'Hospital rule, you'll get limit extends to 0. The derivative of the numerator is simply x. And derivative of denominator is product rule. X into derivative of sin x is cos x plus sin x is into 1. We should not apply u by v rule when I say differentiate it. The L'Hospital rule is numerator is becoming 0, denominator is becoming 0. Derivative of numerator separately and derivative of denominator separately. That ratio is limit. So this only derivative of numerator. This only derivative of denominator. Bring the x down, you will get limit extends to 0, 1 by cos x plus sin x by x. At 0, this is 1, this is 1. So 1 by 1 plus 1, which is 1 by 2. Of course, the numerator integral is easy. Sometimes the numerator we cannot even do integration. We have to only way differentiate. But here, if you want to integrate, easy. For t, what is the integral? Yeah, it's not necessary to use fundamental theorem. You can also do this. Another method is limit extends to 0. Integral of t is t square by 2. You get x square by 2 by x sin x. And when you cancel x, it is x by sin x into 1 by 2. We all know x by sin x limit is 1 or sin x by x limit is 1. 1 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Okay. So it is not necessary to use L'Hospital rule and then fundamental theorem not required. Directly this numerator I found and then done normally. Either way you can do it. Coming to B bit, this is third question, more than one answer. This also cos t square. Cos t square, I think it is not possible to integrate. You know, everything we cannot integrate, right? So cos t square, I don't think here we have a choice there's no choice. We have to use the L'Hospital rule and then fundamental theorem. Limit extends to 0. The derivative of the numerator is wherever t is there, I write x square. So x square whole square into derivative of x square is 2x. 0 minus 0 not about to write. Down is x cos x plus sin x. This x I can bring down. I'll get limit extends to 0 cos of x power 4. And this is cos x. This is sin x by x. At 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, everything is 1. This is also 1 by 2. But here we don't have an alternative of really finding that cos t square integral. Okay, in C bit, I want to take LCM of the whole question. Limit extends to 0. Integral 0 to x e power minus t square dt minus x plus x cube by 3 whole by x power 5. Basically 1 by x power 5 is there here. I took that common. And that's what I wrote in the down. Okay. If I directly put 0, 0 to 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0 by 0 form. And I cannot find this integral. I don't necessarily say it is indeterminate form. I can find this answer, but it is not so nice. Do you know expansion of e power minus t square? Infinite expansion. E power x expansion, all of you know, 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x square by 3 factorial. In that, wherever x is there, substitute minus t square, we'll get a long expansion. Each term is like a polynomial. Yes, please.
Sir, for second one, you forgot to multiply 2, sir.
Oh, in the numerator? Okay. Thank you. So it will be 2 by 1 plus 1, so it will be 1. Thank you, Samuel. Okay. Yeah, coming to this, I can expand this infinite series and find the answer, but the answer itself is going to come in infinite series, and I may not be able to simplify it in a one simple expression. Anyway, 0 by 0 form, so let us use L'Hospital rule. Limit extends to 0. For this, L'Hospital rule is in the place of t, simply write x and derivative of x is 1. So simply e power minus x square minus 1 plus x square derivative by 5x power 4. Okay, I can still 0 by 0 forms. I can apply L'Hospital rule one more time, and if required, one more time maybe. Or I can use expansions. Okay, one of the two. Let us carry on with L'Hospital rule because still it is 0 by 0 form and did not fit in any one of the formulas that we have. Then what is the derivative of this? E power minus x square into derivative of that is minus 2x. Minus 1 derivative 0 plus x square derivative is 2x, and this is 20x cube. If I take minus 2x common, it will limit extends to 0. Minus 2x common, I can even cancel it. I'll get e power minus x square minus 1. When I take minus 2x common and cancel here, I'll get minus 10x square. I am going to write minus x square into 1 by 10. Take minus 2x common, cancel and adjust it. We have a formula in limits. E power x minus 1 by x extend to 0. Limit is 1, right? So in the place of x minus x square is there, not a problem. E power something minus 1 by that something, and that something should be tending to 0. This limit is 1, so it is 1 into 1 by 10, which is 1 by 10. If you don't want to use L'Hospital rule further and you want to do, you can use expansions. Okay. So from here, I'm telling another method using expansions. What is e power minus x square expansion is 1 plus minus x square by 1 factorial. Then minus x square whole square is x power 4 by 2 factorial minus x power 6 by 3 factorial, so on, minus 1 plus x square by 5x power 4. You can easily see this 1 and minus 1 will cancel. This minus x square by 2 plus x square will cancel. When I take x power 4 common in rest of the terms and cancel, I'll be left with 5. Here I will be left with 1 by 2. Others will have x square here, x power 4 here, so on. After taking x power 4 common. So I'll get a 1 by 2, all others are 0. Forget about it. 1 by 2 by 5, which is 1 by 10. Okay. So you can write if you want, take limit extends to 0, x power 4 common 1 by 2 minus x power 4 by 3 factorial so on by 5x power 4 cancel. You will get to 1 by 2 by 5, which is 1 by 10. You can do it either way. Is this one blocking somebody's vision? Not. We adjust a little bit, you can do, you're able to do it. Okay, how those, any doubt in this, please ask, and then try debit, and after try fifth question. Fifth question, there is a small problem with the fundamental theorem. We should not use it. I'll tell you why. Okay, that's completed. If you want, you can try after third one. You can try 7. 5. There is something I have to tell. Okay, if you finish this, try debit, which is very easy. I think that is also 0 by 0 form. You can use L-Hospital rule. Okay, I just want to see if I put this on top of this, how it will be. Let me see. Too close. I don't know at my home how much distance I'm putting between the board. I was walking in between. Maybe I'm not able to cover much of the board, I think. Better to keep it down. Sorry. Okay, I'll take some time to erase this. So you can try option D and then try 7th question. Don't waste time. Try debit or seventh question. Okay, debit. 0 by 0 form and the cos of t square I cannot integrate it. So limit extends to 0. X derivative is 1 and the integral part derivative is that cos x square. Wherever t is there, put it x. Down it is 3x square minus 6. If I directly put 0, numerator is 0, denominator not 0, so it is 0. 1 minus 1 by 0 minus 6. 0 by minus 6, so it is 0. If it is 0 by 0, I have to worry about some kind of limits formulas. Okay. Okay, so 5, what is it I want to tell? Please listen, everybody. There is a place where you cannot use fundamental theorem. Where is that? Let us say I have some small f of t dt. This is a function of t. And I have some g of x and some h of x. I said you can take small f integral as capital F, put upper limit, lower limit, you will get answer and then differentiate it, you will know. That's how we derived the formula. What if this itself has some x in it? Okay. X is a constant, it is not a variable. For example, let us say this whole thing is some L of x. When I say L of 5, G of 5 is a fixed number, H of 5 is a fixed number, and there are 5 here. So integration, no problem. Okay, you may get capital F of T of x maybe, whatever if it is. Okay, because x is constant, what you will integrate only the T part, x is a constant. But the problem is when I put G of x and H of x, this and this will be, there will be a intermix of that. For example, it is f of h of x comma x minus capital F of g of x comma x. For this may be integral where we are treating x as constant. But when you differentiate this will not come, because when you are differentiating this, your x is a variable, and this x and this h of x, there is a mixture of the when you take the terms of this, okay, there will be I can easily take an example, t square plus 2t something, or xt or something like that I can take and I can show you. Okay, but what I'm showing you is earlier this is not even there. Okay, this was not even there, this was not even there. So when you find capital F of h of x derivative is small f only. But now it is not exactly the same, because when you are integrating it, your x is a constant. But now from this, when you are differentiating, this x and this total is a variable and there's a composition thing. With any example, it will usually violate. Okay. So when this x, which is a variable, if it is here, which is different from this variable, you cannot do the fundamental theorem. There is another fundamental theorem for it where we have to use partial differentiation kind of thing, but that is not required. We should find another way to manage with this x. That means we have to completely remove x here. If you have dt, everything should be in terms of t. This x cannot appear here. Is it clear? Or any doubt anybody has? Okay. How to do, we'll see. Why we should not do the so-called fundamental theorem here. That's what I'm explaining. Is that point everybody clear? After finishing this problem, I can try to create an example, which is you can easily manage, I guess. Okay, where is it? Okay. Yeah. So coming to fifth one, capital F of x is integral 1 to x. F of x square plus y square dy by dy. Okay. Now, if I want to find the derivative, they asked, what did they ask? They asked f dash x. All the options are about f dash x. Okay. But here y is there, here y, everything is y. If this x is not there, I would have simply removed the integral, and wherever y is there, I would have written x into derivative of x. But this variable is involved here, so I cannot do the usual fundamental theorem, right? But forget about this. While doing this alone, in your mind, x is a constant and y is only variable when you are doing the integration part. So I am going to take y square as some t, all right? And then this will become dt. So it is integral 1 to x f of x square. Will the limits also will change? Yes, this is 1 to x square will come, right? X square plus t dt. Okay, I took y square as t. Earlier when y is 1, now t will be 1. Earlier when y is x, now t will be x square. And y dy will be dt by 2, sorry. When I differentiate this, 2y dy equal to dt by 2. One may say, what did we achieve much? Nothing much, because here also t is there, here t is there. You cannot do fundamental theorem even now, because in the place of t you cannot substitute x square and into derivative of x square, because x is still involved in this. Here you should not see x anywhere. The variable which is there here, that you cannot see anywhere, right? Then how to avoid? We have this formula, integral a to b f of x dx is integral a to b f of a plus b minus x. I can replace x with a plus b minus x. I can replace t with what? 1 plus x square minus t. Is it going to help us? No. Okay. So then I think we have to use the partial differentiation part only here, unless they did not give. Just a minute. If it is sixth question, I would have told you something. But this, let me think if I have an option to do it. Okay, just will come back to this. Let us look. Even number you will do later on, but I want to give an idea. Integral 1 to x f of xy dy. Okay. Let us say want to differentiate this. That's it. Nothing else is there, right? Into 1 x is also there. Yeah. First of all, can I take this x inside the integral? Is it okay? Yes, because x is a constant. What is variable is y. For example, if x is 5, 5 times integral 1 to 5 f of 5 dy, 5 you can take inside. So what is the advantage? 1 to x f of xy x dy. You know, you cannot directly differentiate and put in the place of y x, but still we can avoid it. You take this as t. In your mind, imagine x is constant. What is the derivative of xy? What is the derivative of 5y? 5 into dy. Like that, what is the derivative of xy? X into dy, which is exactly this. If it had taken this as t, this would have been dt. It is f of t dt. And integral when lower limit will be x, and when you put 1, and upper limit will be x square. And now I'm sure I can differentiate this, right? Okay, this is how we can manage the sixth one, where x was involved here, but I could completely take out x. There's nowhere x within the integral. But here I want to take out that. Is it possible? Yes, I would have taken this whole thing as t. Why only x square? Yeah. Let me take x square plus y square total as t. Like here I took total xy as t. I can take x square plus y square total as t, and derivative is same because x is a constant. This is fine. And here I would have got straight away f of t, but limits are different now. When you put y equal to 1, the lower limit is x square plus 1. And when you put y equal to x, the lower limit is x square plus x square, which is 2x square. Everything else is same. Yeah. So this is sixth question. You want to write in some rough, you write for future hint when you are trying on your own. Okay. Or I might just, I can finish the question also, as anyway I wrote most of it. Yeah. But anyway, I want you to try and think about it. But this is a hint you can write somewhere. But see, now I completely could eliminate x here. Nowhere x is there. I can use fundamental. This is not my capital F of x. If somebody wants f dash x, I can do it. Yeah. So what is capital F dash x now? In the place of t, you put upper limit f of 2x square, of course, by 2 is there, into derivative of 2x square is 4x. Minus in the place of t, I can put this, which is f of x square plus 1 by 2 into derivative of x square plus 1 is 2x. Okay. In the place of t upper limit into derivative of upper limit, in the place of t lower limit into derivative of lower limit. That's it, done. Now matter of simplification or whatever it is there. Here 2 will cancel, here 2 will cancel, 1 2 is left. Here also 2x, there x, so I can take x common, 2f of 2x square minus f of x square plus 1. That is option A. Other options may be right, for that I have to check. Somebody wants f dash 1, and I put x equal to 1, this also 2, this also 2. 2f of 2 minus f of 2, so we are getting f of 2. So this option A we are getting, this option B we are getting it. Option C is not right. And option D f dash 1 also not right, because f of 2 I don't think it is 0. Okay, so only 2 options can be right. Okay, that is only some hint for 6th question. Okay, did all of you get clarity that how we could avoid x within the integral? Yes. What is your name? Can you tell a little louder? Panindra. Okay. Okay, next let us try the 7th question. We have some time. There is an integral which is a variable in terms of x. I think just we have to find derivative and see when it is increasing, decreasing, and then try to find the minimum and maximum, things like that. Okay. So just try 7th question. Anybody still doubt about 5th question or need time to copy? Completed. Okay. Try 7th one. Okay, 7th one. F dash x, when I find it is 2t, wherever t is there, I simply write x. So 2x plus 1 by x square minus 2x plus 2. Because after all, we have it as 0 to x. 2t plus 1 by t square minus 2t plus 2 dt. Wherever t is there, put x, and then in the place of x, derivative of x is 1. Coming to this is always positive because roots are complex. Leading coefficient is positive. Everything depends on this. If you still want to write denominator, you can write x minus 1 whole square plus 1. Something whole square plus 1 is always positive. So if you look at the sign change here, at minus 1 by 2 it is 0, after that positive, before that negative. So the derivative is increasing up to minus 1 by 2 and then decreasing. Okay. The function derivative changing. So I'm sure if I talk about the original f of x, it increased and then decreased. So no doubt that its maximum value is at minus 1 by 2. Not just local maximum, it is absolute maximum. It increased and decreased, so never went beyond that. But minimum, it may happen here or here, at plus infinity or minus infinity. So if you want to find maximum, you have to find at minus 1 by 2 what is the value of that integral. And if you want to find minimum, you have to find value at minus infinity and plus infinity. In that, whichever is the lowest, you have to take that, and that to open interval, because that's only a limit, right? This is closed. So is it possible to integrate this easily? Yeah, should be, because linear by quadratic is the standard procedure, right? Numerator is linear, denominator is quadratic. Anybody want to tell linear by quadratic what is the standard procedure? Integration. Integral ax plus b or px plus q by ax square plus bx plus c. Linear by quadratic. What is the standard way to do integration?
We'll take it as a into derivative of denominator plus b into denominator.
Not b into denominator plus b, that's it. Because numerator is only linear. How will you write? Okay. So
Yes.
numerator is a into derivative of denominator plus b. If you adjusted that, what is the advantage with that? See, these methods are not difficult to remember. Very easy if you understand how they are derived. If I have denominator a quadratic ax square plus bx plus c, what are the convenient things for me in the numerator which can make my integration easier? If I have a number, it is very easy because I'll make perfect square of this. I'll get either x square plus a square or x square minus a square or a square minus x square, and I can integrate it one of the three forms. What other thing is which is convenient is if derivative is available here, I can take this as t and that will become dt by t integral will be log t. So any other linear, if you have some Lx plus m, you are going to write that as some, or let us say you have px plus q, you have to write L into what is the derivative of this, 2x plus b plus mn. After finding L and m, this by this integration is L into log of this. This by this integration is you have to make perfect square and write some part of it, right? Okay, so you should know. You cannot forget the simple integrations that we learned earlier. Okay. What is the time? Anyway, we'll stop now. Seventh question, I guess some idea, but still we'll continue in the tomorrow's class, which is completely online. All right. Thank you.